Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Pure Aloha Talk podcast, where we share inspiring stories from amazing individuals. Let's go. So before I introduce my guests, I'm going to give a big shout out to All For God, Schaefer's Roofing and Construction, Laverne's Hawaiian Food and Catering, Signal Security Hawaii, Local Joe's, Frostline 808, Aloha Go Buyers Maui, and Miss Dana. And of course, Olelo. Mahalo to all our sponsors for supporting the movement. Today, we got a very, very powerful, inspiring guest who's out there building fathers and daughters together. Can you please introduce yourself, say your name, and where you're from?
Hello, Kekoa. Thank you for having me. My name is Russ Kimura, born and raised Kaneohe, and fathers with daughters, that's my jam.
That's cool. And I love that, bro. Fathers with daughters, guys, that's his organization. We'll get into more of that. So you're from Kaneohe? How was it like growing up over there?
Winter side, rainy, beautiful, green, lush. We love. I mean, I was thankful for that. Always green. Bro.
Yeah, that's like greener side. I love it too when we go down there. Every time, once I just go over the other side of the mountain, I feel like I stay on a different road. Yeah. That's the best greener side ever. All right. So you're the founders of Fathers with Daughters. Can you explain that? Like, well, what is Fathers with Daughters?
Yeah, so it's a nonprofit organization, and the idea is to really help dads connect with their daughters. We believe that the bond can really help the daughters develop strong, confident, radiant, just development into womanhood, right? And when the dad's present, it's a big, big difference. And so we do that through events and community and different coaching stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just allowing the dads to step into the role that they know they need to, but they're just busy to do. So we provide events and opportunities, and then dads, they love it,
And I love that, because I'm a father of daughters, right? And that's also an excuse for us for go do something with our daughters more, you know what I mean? So I love that, you know what I mean? Pushing that, getting that message out there, pushing fathers with daughters, building that that emotional connection.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Because being a father to not just one daughter, I got 2, 3, 4 daughters, right?
Not one, not two.
Yeah. So I'm building that connection, especially with all my daughters. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I get one teenager and I get one that's just literally on baby, not even one yet, and then I get the others in between, right? That's still small. So building that connection, right, is something that, especially being a dad, 2 daughters, gotta be soft, but then again, be too soft, gotta be hard. You know what I mean? It's like, how do I do that? Exactly. Right? You and father with daughters.
Right? How did that come about? Your fathers with daughters. Like, how did you come about starting on mentoring?
So I have 3 daughters: Ava Joy, who's 17, Lily Grace, who's 15, and Belle Faith, who's 14. So I got 3 teenage daughters, and I always would take them on daddy-daughter dates when they're little, and try to connect with them. I just really loved being a girl dad, and then I would take them. There was proms that New Hope was doing, so I would take them to daddy-daughter proms as soon as they were old enough to go, and I loved it. Like I said, they danced, they had fun. And then when COVID hit, it shut down and everything shut down, so there was nothing going on. And they're like, "Dad, we're going to prom." I was like, "There's no prom going on, And then I said, "But what if we do a Zoom prom?" So it started there. We did a Zoom prom. I got 40 dads and daughters came on Zoom because everyone was in their house, nothing else to do. I said, "Dress up. We're going to play some music. Johnny Sweet and play some music for us." We did like raffle games and dancing, right? And from there, the seed started planting. I was like, you know what? I think we can do more of this. We can help more dads connect with their daughters. So finally, when things opened up at Inspire Church, we did the first one in 2022. And then after that, we did our third one. So that's the first one in person. The third prom in 2023 at St. Louis High School Gym. And then did I get their days right? Last year we did Hawaii Convention Center. So it just keeps continuing to grow. That's the one you saw.
I was like, man,
that's killer.
It's good, bro. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you, bro.
So you're a father of 3 daughters.
Sir.
Yeah.
Teenage daughter.
Teenage. That's teenage.
Gotta turn a teenager.
And when you was saying your daughter's name, I noticed that. Bro, that's beautiful names.
So that's their middle name. I threw in their middle name. So
I thought the first name.
Yeah.
Even though, where would you shout out? Like Bella Faith?
Belle Faith, Lily Grace, and Ava Joy.
Yeah. Nice. Beautiful names, bro. I like that. I took that. I like seeing the name. I was like, wow, beautiful. Right on. Okay, so you're a father of 3 daughters. How did that shape you for being who you are today?
Oh,
The man you are.
it's
3 girls.
I believe God gave me daughters for a specific reason,
I
bro.
believe
Like
that
I
too,
had
bro.
to, you're shaped in a different way when you have daughters. You got to learn how to be strong and sensitive. You got to learn how to be understanding. Not that you don't have that with boys, but there's a different, slightly different, unique tone when you're with daughters than your son, right?
Yes.
And not that I
yes.
know, but I only have daughters. But I know God wanted to strengthen me, but also use what's in front of me to help others. And so I really believe that the man I am today is large in part one for my wife, and then obviously the girls, of learning how to be understanding but be strong, how to lead with strength but also be sensitive. And that's like growing up. We talked about toxic masculinity, where like you don't learn how to be vulnerable, you don't know how to be sensitive. But I think for girls, you need to be that. And I think a lot of guys, we can struggle with that, but then God says, here's a daughter, you can go work on that. I'm like, okay. You can't just say, hey, suck it up. Like, you have to learn how to be sensitive with them, but also strong, because it's not all pushover and whatever you want. Like, we still need to lead strong as men, but be sensitive. So I believe that's the combination God's allowed me to grow into.
The wife had to scold me a couple of times, like what you said about sensitivity for the girls. Because you can talk to your son, like me, I can talk to my son in a different way.
Sure.
And he's like, okay.
Right.
But for girls, you have to, like, tread lightly. Or you're going to push them away. Right. Yeah, so I understand when you said that part.
And it's so true, because girls are real emotional.
Yeah. No, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that person is like, yeah. And, man, three daughters, bro. So you must have been on growing up. I don't know. I get this a lot because I get plenty daughters too. So I get told a lot. Oh, you must have been on Playboy, growing up. All girls. You do the same thing.
What was that?
Playboy.
No. God did it. I don't know. He just got me with 3 girls. I don't know.
No lie. You go family house. Nah, just leave.
That's what he always joke about.
But that's what I get a lot, because
that.
plenty of people tell me that.
Yeah.
Because before I had my son, I just had my son. So I had nothing but girls. I had 3 girls too. Right. So I used to get that joke all the time. Heard on, brother. So a lot of dads love their daughters deeply, but don't know how to connect with this generation of kids, because different era, right? Like plenty of the younger girls right now, social media, right now, right? So being a dad of that, like how do you think, or what do you think is the best way to connect a daughter and a father right now in this generation?
Man, this generation's definitely different, right? You got a lot of competing voices, social media, all that kind of stuff.
So true.
And then just the way that they consume content. So then they're like looking to other things for influences. And so, but I do believe the dad's role is super, super important. And we need to find ways to connect with them outside of that. So whether it's, again, doing these events help, because it gets them out. Hey, put your phone away. We're going to go on a daddy-daughter date, right? And they complain, but once they go, they usually have a lot of fun. And so I think connection has to be intentional. Like I always say, you don't drift into connection. You don't just it just fall in. You got to be intentional. And unless you're being intentional, it's going to be very difficult. It's still difficult when you're intentional. But if you have these, the girl dads I coach, I say, hey, put it on the calendar. Do a weekly date, at least weekly or at least every other week, where you're doing intentional time with your daughter. And it doesn't have to be like super expensive. It could be, let's go on a walk and a hike. Let's go to the beach. Let's go jamba. Like, it doesn't have to be expensive, but it's intentional time. So connection is built one step at a time. But if dads realize, man, you got so many competing voices, I need to counteract that, because if not, left to their own, they're going to listen to all these people and all these influencers, good or bad. But if we're not shaping some of that narrative, and we're not saying, hey, like, this is some of our values, this is what we believe, and this is who we are, they're going to just kind of go off to whatever. And then pretty soon it's like they don't really want to connect with you, because it's so much easier in this digital world to pseudo connect with friends on Instagram or Facebook. It's like, but that's not really your friend. Have you ever met them? No. But it's like real connection is important. And so allowing the real connection, because they're in your home, take some time to be with their daughter, even if it starts with one time a week or one time a month. I tell you, dads, go take your daughter on a date and just go see what happens. Start somewhere, but start now. That kind of stuff. Important.
How do you deal with, like, do your kids have like social media?
That's a great question. So we've kind of held them off for as long as they can. My daughter's 17. She just graduated. She's going off to culinary school in Washington at the end of this year, September. So she's kind of bugging me, Dad, it's time. And so, the way I see it is, I tell her, like, you know the traps within social media.
course.
There's so much
Of
stuff.
course.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm not going to deprive you of something that I know is out there and that, you know, everyone is doing.
the norm
you know, and,
already.
and again, it's not that I want you to just fit in with everyone. I know, but I said, so I told her, hey, we're gonna watch The Social Dilemma. You know that there was a documentary on like the social media creators, how they formed it to bring attention, like what is the right word? It showed behind the scenes of
Yes.
how like addictive it is
course.
and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
damaging
Of
it is.
course.
Not to scare her, but say, hey, look,
To show
just
proof.
know, this
Yeah.
is a real thing. So don't think I'm just coming up with this. There's actually proof that this is a very challenging thing. We got to be careful.
Yes.
But I also want to be there with you. So I'm saying I'll walk alongside you on this. Now you're 17, and you're gonna have to navigate that world at some point. I'd rather be alongside you initially to
Love
help
that.
you navigate that. Eventually, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. So I did hold off because I'm like, you don't need one at 15, like you know. But she's graduating. She's going off to college. Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna be like, no, you can't be until you're 21 or something. Hey, you navigate it. But then my biggest thing with all my girls has been, let's dialogue, even dating. I was like, hey, I'm not gonna tell you when or when you can't date, but let's dialogue. If you feel you need a date, let's talk about it. You bring the guy, we talk to him, and we dialogue.
Yeah.
Up to you,
love that.
right?
That's the best way.
Yeah, dialogue.
It is,
Social
yeah.
media, dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, and see what it looks
love
like.
I
that.
only ask that because I'm like you. My kids don't know more.
Yeah.
But they always say, like, you know, the excuses. Oh, but my friend's parents, are not your friend's parents.
Yeah,
are your
yeah,
parents.
exactly.
So you're not gonna get it.
Right.
They always throw that excuse
Sure.
out, like,
Of
oh,
course.
but that's my friend. I don't care about your friend. I'm your parent.
Yeah.
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 That's why I asked. Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
That's why I
It is, bro. Thank you so much for sharing
Yeah.
that. So, what kind of events and program Father with Daughters offer for fathers and daughters?
Yeah, so obviously our big event's coming up in June 20th. That's the father-daughter prom. It's our 5th annual one. And so like 350, 400 dads coming to Hilton Hawaiian Village this year at the Coral Ballroom.
Beautiful. Wow.
So, you know, they walk up, going to have
Yeah.
one red carpet. You're going to have, you know, DJ dancing, photo booth. Going to have henna tattoos, balloon artists.
Wow.
I mean, my goal is that the daughters, when they go to their actual prom, they're like, "This is prom." Like
Yeah.
what? Like they like my dad
Like,
took me.
that stuff was better.
My dad took me to an epic prom, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like core memories. Like the dads who've come, they tell me like 6 months later, their daughter's still saying, "Hey, Dad, when's prom?" Because they had such a memorable core moment. So that's our big one, right? Every Father's Day weekend, we always do that. But then across the year, we do different things. We just did an Wahine softball event where the dads got to meet the dads and daughters came, and then the daughters got to meet the players, and dads got to ask questions about
Oh.
athletes, and you know, go behind the locker room and watch the game. It was really cool, right?
Oh, nice.
Different kinds of stuff like that. Nick Kuchar, he's a local artist out here. We did a paint and you know, dad doodle daughter painting thing where they sketched and got to meet the artists, and so we do all kinds of stuff for the dads and daughters. And I also do some equipping for dads. So once a month on the first Friday, I do it's a free call. It's a Zoom call for dads with daughters, and they pop on, and I bring a topic. How do you listen to your daughter when she's emotional? How do you connect with, you know, we just talk through different things, and we round robin. So I do that 2 calls once a month on first Friday, and then the last Friday of every month I usually do like an in-person dad huddle where we just get together, because sometimes it's a lonely job being a girl dad, but if you have other dads, hey, I'm going through the same thing, and so
Yeah.
they can kind of connect on that level,
that's good.
you know,
Motivate
and
each other. I
understand.
love
I'll
that.
have to grab that from you.
Yes,
the
sir.
Zoom link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're more than
Yeah.
welcome to join us.
Thank
know?
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, bro. You know, I love everything you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
For real. You know, like right now, just hearing everything and all that, you know, you're inspiring me, you know.
All right
so
on,
thank
man.
you so much. You know, I'm learning a lot, you know. Like me, for and I just share this, you know, for me, my daughters, I don't live in one household right there where I get to see them every day.
Mhm.
You know, like I see my daughter this time a month or week. I see my other daughter once a month.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like each kid, because I get them from different moms,
Sure.
the timing and everything is different. Right? So I always think about that. You know, like you know, fathers that have their daughters every day in the household, drop them off, pick them up from school and everything. That's one thing I wish I could have.
Sure.
For my daughters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really wish I could have that connection. I can build it.
Yeah.
So you know, can you like share like, so somebody my father being in my position, having a hard time connecting with daughters because we cannot have them every day.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
of time, man.
Yeah,
Because of time.
like I was saying, one of my daughters I only get to see him once a month. My
Sure.
other daughter, okay, yeah, I'd see her once a week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, for fathers that want to build that connection but having a hard time because we gotta obey by the law
Yep.
because this is court issues.
Yep.
Or because we only get to see our daughter once a month or every weekend. Like, so now every weekend, right? We become the fun father where but we like try to discipline our daughter, teach them all this, but then we're just a fun one.
Sure.
Because we only see them for
Sure.
you know, you're not here for, like, I'll
Right.
be honest, you know, and I
Yeah.
rarely share this kind of personal stuff
Sure.
about my kids, but my other daughter just told me, you know, that you're not parent to us because you don't parent us. We just see you here and there, which is the truth, and I gotta be mad.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
they only see me here
Right.
and there.
Right.
That's the truth, right? And it's my fault because of choices I made in the past, right? So and then now I'm here today trying to build a connection, right?
Yeah.
So you know, I wanted to share that, like I said, about learning a lot, you know, from you, and I love that we can talk about this.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, I just want to encourage you. You know, like, your heart to want to be a better dad, it will show to your daughters, even if they don't see it right away. And yes, traditional, like seeing them every day is one thing, but there are a lot of dads who have the blessing of being able to see their daughters every day, and they don't take advantage of it. They're not present, right? They almost like they don't see their dads. Like, you're in the same house and you don't see your dad, right? And so, you know, for you to be able to maximize each moment is important. Obviously, work within what you have in terms of the legal things.
Yeah.
But what I would encourage you to do, and because here's the thing, daughters are daughters, but each daughter is different.
Yes,
so
they get
I have
different
three. I have
personalities.
three.
That's
They're all
true.
different.
Yeah.
You have. They're all different. So what I encourage, I was just talking to, we did a men's camp just recently, this past weekend, a fatherhood camp for fathers. You have men's camp, you know, youth camp. Yeah, we did one fatherhood
I
camp,
love that,
first one.
I love it.
And I taught a breakout session on connection. And I said, one of the things in order to build connection is be curious. So what I mean by that is, like, ask them questions, be observant, almost like you're an investigator, where, like, when you're with them, you kind of ask them questions and see what's lighting them up. Hey, I noticed you're kind of getting into to K-pop or dance, or man, you're really into hula, yeah? Or I noticed you're wearing more. Like, just be curious. What is that about? Hey, what's exciting you lately? Just start to, like, dig and find what's lighting them up, because sometimes the mistake dads do, well-meaning, hey, I got this whole weekend planned for you. It's good, and it's all lined up, but half or 3/4 they don't even want to do, but we're like, hey, you're gonna do it because I'm here, and then they're like, and then they go along with it, right?
Yeah.
But if you allow them to be a part of it and stay curious, hey, sweetie, what excites you? What do you think? Hey, we got 4 hours, just kind of, let's map it out. What would you want to do? And she starts, oh, I don't know, what, come on, just, if you could, just well, maybe I'll, okay, great. And then you start to understand, okay, just asking questions, staying curious. Then you build a bond around the things that actually she's really into. And again, here's the thing, sometimes you change. I thought you were into that. Oh, you changed, you know, since the last time I saw you. That's okay, pivot. But be curious, and then find a thing. What I mean by that is, like, what's your thing? Like, between each daughter, what's your thing? So, like, if I were coaching her, I'd say, hey, by the next our next session, I want you to come back with your thing with each daughter. So one day, that's our thing is we go hiking. Or our thing, we kind of have this handshake thing. Our thing is we go work out together, because our things, we go beach or whatever. Like, what's your thing? And again, make it her thing, not your thing. Not only the things you like to do, and I'm gonna bring her along, because that's the mistake sometimes. That, hey, I work so hard, I'm gonna golf, so you can come along with. They don't want to. I mean, maybe, but most times they don't want to golf. That's your thing. Find their thing, and then make it your thing. And then on top of that, it's almost like when you was courting, or when you're going after, you're pursuing one girl or a wife. Like, you got to find creative ways to, like, wow them, right? The same way. What if your daughter is into butterflies? Okay. And then you think of what creative things, and so next time you show up, you come up with this, like, chrysalis, like, in a box, and she's like, what is that? Well, I know you mentioned you're into butterflies. This thing is gonna hatch in 6 weeks, and every time hey, how's our, and we'll name them, right? And then so you have this connection thing going on, because you were curious about what she was about, and all of a sudden one thing turned into 6 weeks of connection into this, and then you say, hey, if it's getting ready to hatch, I'm gonna be there. If I can, I want to be there, and we go let them go together, right? Or something like that. I'm just giving an example, but whatever it is, you find your thing with her. And you know what? That's the thing. I go message you and say, hey, did you find your thing with your daughters? That's accountability to you. But as you do that, you guys are going to be connected. And it takes time, but over time, you get your thing, and it could change. But just make sure you have a thing. Because if not, it's like, how's your daughter? I don't know. I see her once in a while. It's like, how do you find the thing? And then you can build on it.
Yeah.
Did you have to deal with any, like, because you're all teenagers, did you have to deal with any boyfriend situation yet?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, 2 of my daughters have had boyfriends, relationships. And thankfully, but they decided, because I told them, I don't know that it makes sense to date right now because like what are you doing? What are you dating? Right? You know, I'm very purposeful with them. So I asked, hey, just tell me the why. Why are you dating? And if you can give me a good why, I'm good. And if you don't, and you still want to do it, I'm okay with it. But I want to at least meet the guy, and let him know our values, our standards, and then let's dialogue how it's going. Yeah. And so I've had multiple, times where my daughters were interested in, or boys are interested in them, and we sat down and, I wouldn't be overbearing, but I check in with them, how's the relationship going? And eventually they decided on their own, this isn't working out, I'm sorry, and they move on from them. And then they said, I don't know if I'm gonna date in this season. I'm like, okay, up to you. Yes. Yeah. I know. Yeah. But hey, up to you. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying that's always the case, but for them, it's. Yeah. I said I'd rather not say you can't date till you're 16 and then you go behind my back and do it 14, 15, 16. And then I said, what you're doing is you're building a habit of hiding stuff from me. I'd rather you always be open with me. And then we work through it together. And so I'm a little bit different. Like, if you want to date at 12, fine, but what does that look like? And let's talk about it. I'd rather you do it in front of me rather than behind my back. And then we're in more trouble because I didn't know about it. So it's always walking with them through each stage as much as possible. Does this make sense? How does that work for you? And then as they're making sense, rather than yes or no, sometimes when we just give yes or no, they don't even think. They just say, okay, fine, I can't do it until I'm 16. But they're not even thinking about why. In fact, they almost want to do it because they were withheld from it. So if I say, hey, you can if you want to, but just here's our standards. There's a few things I want to talk to the boy, or like, even numbers. I said, if you're going to get a boy's number, I'm going to have to meet him first. And but I was like, because I don't know who these boys are. So sometimes boys would ask me, well, you got to meet my dad first. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, you got to meet. So then at least there's that check where they're just not getting a whole bunch of random boys' numbers and texting and all this kind of stuff. So standards that we have in place, and then navigating, not saying, hey, you shouldn't be dating, but if you want to date, okay, what does that look like?
Okay. I got that. The dialogue is good there. Because that's what I did with my daughter.
There you go, bro.
I tried, like, I told her, like how you said, I broke it down. Yeah. I say, you decide, but you know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. Bro. Yeah.
Good.
Don't think that it's this, because we all thought we had our level life at 16, 17. Of course. Just puppy love.
Yeah, I asked them, hey, what are the chances you think you can marry this person? Like 50%. You think? Okay, why is that? And then they try to talk, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying, I don't know what the stats are, but most likely not 50, maybe 5. Maybe, what the chances of that. But,
Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was very inspiring. Can you share, if we're getting down to the ending, what message do you want fathers in Hawaii to hear today?
Well, if I could talk to the fathers, I'd say, you're enough. Sometimes we feel like we're not enough. We're not doing enough. Look at that dad, or this and that. You're enough, and you got to start from a place of enough. Because if you don't believe in yourself first as a father, you're never going to show up for your daughter. But once you understand that you are enough in it and in yourself of who God's called you to be, then you can father from a place of presence and intentionality. But in the intentionality, God's going to show you ways that you can wow your daughters, connect with your daughters. You can have one of the best relationships with your daughters. So don't just think, oh, that's for mom. Men of Hawaii, I want to encourage you, and beyond, whoever's hearing this, you can be a great girl dad. It's just going to take some intentionality. It's just going to take some, really focusing in on what's important to your daughter and connecting with her in that. And as you do that, if you're consistent, if you're curious, if you're safe, your daughters need to feel seen and safe, because they're not going to come to you if you're always blowing up at them. But if you're safe, they can come to you, you'll have dialogue, and you'll be able to connect with them on a deeper level. So I want to encourage you, you're enough, dads, but take steps. I know I should go and do it. If you know you need to take a daddy-daughter date, go do that today. That's your call. If you've seen this, that means you should be going on a daddy-daughter date. Whether it's at the prom or not, I invite you to come join us, but do it. Take her to Jamba. Go do something right now, today. And I would love to hear testimonies of dads taking their daughters on daddy-daughter dates for the first time.
Nice, thank you.
Love that, bro. Thank you. I needed to hear that too.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you so
exactly
much.
What you say, because many of us think that we're not good enough fathers because of certain situations.
Yes. For real. I know that personally.
Yeah.
Can you share one last time? I know you share about the event coming out June 20th.
Yeah, June 20th.
Share that.
Yeah. So it's Father's Day weekend, June 20th, Saturday at the Hilton Hawaiian Village, 5:30 p.m. at the Coral Ballroom. So tickets are on sale currently, $300 for dad and daughter. But we also know times are tough, and so we're actively building a scholarship fund. So if anyone wants to come but can't afford it, we have scholarships available so guys can come. So don't let price be a hindrance. Come if that's something that you're like, man, I really would love to come. The average age is probably about 6 to about 12, but we welcome 3 and up. So we have the little Kiki coming, 3, and they love it.
Yeah.
And then we have older. We have 16, 17, 18, 20. You know, we have other older as well.
Oh,
but
that's good.
it's Father's Day weekend, and it's just guaranteed. I promise you, it's guaranteed to be a core memory where they will remember for the rest of their life, and it'll impact their relationship. And so we're also looking for partners who want to, you know, connect with us, sponsor, donate, and be a part of the raffles. If they have a business or service, you're like, hey, we would love to donate that to give raffles out to the, you know, we do it for our nonprofit. We'd love to connect with them as well. But at the end of the day, yeah, that's Father's Day weekend, June 20th, and we're really excited for it. It's going to be pretty epic.
Oh, guarantee.
Yeah, I love that, bro.
'Cause I see
I'm
a couple of
excited
the
about
other
it
ones.
now.
Yeah, you can come,
Yeah.
right? If you
Yeah,
can.
bro. I'm excited about it. You know, just hearing all this and everything from you, bro, like really, really motivated me
Yeah.
more. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, bro.
And you know,
I needed this.
I love what you're doing too. You know what? I had a vision that I want to do this someday with you. Is, you know how you do the sign waving?
Oh, yeah.
I have a vision of us collaborating together with dads and daughters. You do your crew, but my crew will bring some dads and
Oh,
daughters.
yeah.
And then I see signs like hug your daughter today, like
Oh,
you know
I
that
love
kind of stuff
that.
where we're
We don't
sharing
want- we make our
aloha.
own signs like how we
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do that where it's like we're
Oh,
sharing
that's
aloha.
beautiful.
And then the dads and daughters like hug your daughter
Together.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
together. They do
Together.
them together,
Yeah.
encouraging
Oh, that's some beautiful.
the dads to do that. So I saw that. I was like, I want to tell you because
like
that's something
that.
I want to do with you.
Yeah, let's
Oh, you got
definitely do
guarantee.
that.
You
I'm,
got
I'm all
guarantee.
for
Yeah,
it.
for sure,
bro.
Yeah, let's definitely do it. Maybe let's do it on Father's Day.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah, so, man, that sounds something amazing.
Yeah.
I'm all 100% for
Yep,
it. You know, bro.
absolutely, bro.
So thank you again for coming on, Russell. Thank you so much for sharing, you know, and thank you so much for starting Fathers with Daughters. You know what I mean? That right there is just, like I said, it's an excuse for fathers for just bringing our daughter to something
Yeah,
for
right.
connect, right? And I really inspired by that. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for all the knowledge too. that
Yeah.
you share with us, man.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
guys, please support Father with Daughters, bro. They're out there. They putting in the work that us fathers having a hard time for putting, you know. So they're doing all the hard work for us, and all we gotta do is show up.
So-
June 20th, come down. The Hilton Hawaiian.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Coral
come down,
Ballroom.
check him out. You guys can follow him on his social media. Can you share your social media?
Yeah, so it's fathers _ daughters, or you can check out our website, fatherswithdaughters.com. You get more information about our prom or different things that we're running, like the masterminds or the group coaching stuff that
Oh,
we're
you just
doing.
talking
Yeah,
about-
so
nice.
love to connect with any girl dads out there.
All right, on. Thank you, brother Russell, for coming on.
Aloha, my
Yes,
man.
sir.
I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Truly
Thank you.
appreciate this, bro. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Continue
Keep it
doing
up.
what you're
Keep it up
doing,
the good
and you're
work.
inspiring me.
Yeah.
Thank
You
you.
inspire me more than ever right now,
Right
hearing
on,
it
bro.
face to face and hearing everything. So thank you so much, bro.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Everybody out there, make sure you guys follow him. Keep up with what he's doing, especially you fathers out there. You know, who like me, having a hard time for connect with all your daughters. You know what I mean? So let's go. Be there for your kids. Be there for your daughters. And let's keep spreading that love out there. You know what I mean? One kick at a time. Let's go. Aloha.